Sitting first to my right, accompanied to ringside by the First Lady of the Dream Team, Miss Gage Jackson. And the Dream Team's #1, Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Yeah, king of the cop callers.
They represent
Where did Stokely buy those
They
pants?
represent first from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 175 pounds, the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham. And his tag team partner, the hardest working man in sports and entertainment, the Godfather of Swole, Stokely Hathaway.
Stokely does not look confident.
All right, guys. You gotta sing along with me, okay? You gotta sing along with me.
Sing along?
We'll always love Big Stokely. We'll always love Big Stokely.
A little Puff Daddy and the Family here.
Stokely, isn't this the part where you want the microphone? Remember in the back, you said to say Hathaway all fucking day, remember that?
Whoa, uh-oh.
And Max, you said you wanted all his Marvin Gaye records after he's gone. You said you wanted to learn about his favorite music. You wanted, after he was gone, no Hathaway all fucking day. Then I'll introduce your opponent. To my left, fighting out of National Park, New Jersey, weighing in at 210 pounds, representing that murder, death, kill gang, Eastern Bloc, Hate Club, gang affiliated, MDK, all fucking day, the man, the king, Nick fucking Gage.
This one could be a bloodbath. And of course, the participants of the Dream Team, when we thought it was going to be MJF and Jonathan Gresham.
Wait, are they praying?
Against Nick Gage and Matt Tremont.
I think they're about to pray.
And gee, what could have possibly changed between the shot callers and the cop callers that MJF wouldn't be able to participate in this matchup? Well, he brought it to ringside last night at the Wrestle Factory. I don't see the 10 pounds of garbage ringside tonight.
Jonathan Gresham looks as composed as ever. I know he's known for his technical prowess, but he's a tough, tough guy. And I wouldn't discount him beating Nick Gage in a no disqualification match on his own. He can make anything work.
Jonathan Gresham.
Yes.
When Jonathan Gresham was the Powerbomb TV Independent Wrestling Champion, he was able to get a count-out victory over Nick Gage at the Wrestle Factory at the second Powerbomb TV special. However, this is a no disqualification handicap match. You're not going to be able to get a count-out victory.
Now, why is Stokely starting the match if he's so terrified?
Oh, Jonathan Gresham and Stokely Hathaway having their issues. Jonathan Gresham has been delegated to the #2 position in the Dream Team behind MJF.
Oh, no.
Ever since he lost the Powerbomb TV Independent Wrestling Championship. And Gresham is not one to turn down any sort of fight.
Oh, boy.
But he might be in for the fight of his life here tonight.
Who gets Stokely's pants when he dies?
You want him?
I kind of do.
Take him right after the match. Take him mid-match. I'll
right.
cover for you.
I might do that.
You better be careful. You don't want Nick Gage mistaking you for Stokely Hathaway.
No. And Gresham using that technical prowess. And I heard a snap from here, so Nick Gage might just have one arm here in this battle.
It looked like almost instantly that left arm was hanging limp by the side of Nick Gage. I mean, Nick Gage, you know, one of the trainers at the GCW compound, but to say that he has the same sort of grasp on technical wrestling as Jonathan Gresham would certainly be inaccurate. I don't think there's anybody in the world, save for Zack Sabre Jr., that is as scientifically proficient.
And now shades of dangerous Danny Davis, Stokely Hathaway coming in here, picking his spot.
Stokely Hathaway having his way with Nick Gage right now. After Jonathan Gresham did all the work, he tagged himself in.
I'm actually impressed by the punches Stokely threw there. They weren't terrible.
Well, Stokely Hathaway now choking him on the ropes, trying to rub his eyes against that steel cable. And a drop kick from Stokely. Nick Gage is down to his knees.
I wouldn't call it pretty, but I would call it effective.
What are we seeing here?
I don't know.
Oh!
A funeral. And Stokely gets the hell out of Dodge very quickly.
Oh, looks like Gresham's going to be continuing on behalf of the Dream Team. Great elevation on that back body drop. Now the hip toss. Gresham sent hard on the buckle, but moving out of the way. Nick Gage was like a flying forearm, and instead now he's favoring that forearm.
Goes after that arm, has a big, big target on it. And as we've talked about on broadcasts before, Gresham may have a target on one thing, and then the next thing you know, he's going after another body part.
I'll tell you what, you break both your arms, you're not going to be swinging any steel chairs.
Nope.
And Nick Gage simply not equipped to deal with the technical onslaught of Jonathan Gresham.
Absolutely
doesn't
not.
have too many counters for these holds.
If he's going to be able to win this, he has to get dirty quick.
Well, using his good arm to power up Jonathan Gresham, send him overhead. Gresham staying right on top, though. And bring him into the corners. Gresham's back on top. Putting the boots to Nick Gage. And what was this? Stokely Hathaway tagging himself in once again.
Blind tag.
And trying to coordinate some tag team offense. Gresham doing his best to hold Nick Gage in place.
Is he going up? Does he even know what he's doing up there? I'm afraid he's going to fall.
Coming down hard on the arm of Nick Gage. And Jonathan Gresham saving his partner. I don't know why. Stokely Hathaway is but nothing but mean to Jonathan Gresham ever since he lost that Powerbomb TV Independent Wrestling Championship, now held by Hot Sauce Tracy Williams.
Well, money talks, and so does a signed contract.
Well, that's pretty much what Jonathan Gresham found out from Stokely Hathaway at Beyond Wrestling Hope back in March in East Greenwich. Stokely Hathaway basically saying, my name is on your contract, I own you.
Nick Gage was just asked if he wanted to give up by Stephen Dumang, and he flipped him the bird. That is the kind of savage animal Nick Gage is.
Stokely Hathaway barely had a hold applied. Gresham was trying to talk him through it. Instead, Gresham getting tagged back in again.
Let's see what kind of double teamwork they can do here.
Oh, Gage breaking right through.
Oh, Stokely just bailed out of there.
What a coward. Leaving Jonathan Gresham to get demolished on his own.
And I know yesterday Stokely approached you and asked if he could maybe get out of this one, and you gave him an emphatic no, so kudos to you.
If a match is promoted, we're going to do the best of our ability to deliver it to the fans. Samoan drop into the pin.
And now Gage still in a lot of pain, but looking like he's rallying here a little bit. And Gresham going right after the arm.
Gage trying to shake the cobwebs. He's telling Gresham to hit him in the face. He's trying to trick him. He'd rather get hit in the face than hit in the arm at this point. And it looks as though the trap that Gage has laid, Gresham's walked right into, and he does not want to get into a striking affair with a man that served 7 years in prison.
Wow.
Oh, but that bad brain kick can knock you out. And Gresham telling Stokely to get ready for some more double team offense, and Stokely hopping off the apron. Even Faye Jackson telling Stokely what a coward he is. And rather than getting into it with her, inadvertently backed himself on the apron. Now it's Gresham with the blind tag.
And now Gresham letting him know to do his job. And now Gresham taking a walk.
Well, Gresham's walked out, leaving Stokely Hathaway all on his own. If I'm Stokely, I'm hightailing it right now.
And I think Stokely might be fired up. He looks angry.
What is he doing?
Apparently he has a death wish. Oh boy.
Nick Gage just having his way with Stokely Hathaway right now.
And Stokely Hathaway is writhing in pain. And Jonathan Gresham is nowhere to be found.
Well, so much for being a handicap match. This is still a no disqualification affair. Oh, are we going to be looking at a signature boot scrape? Oh, man.
To the side of the skull. I think Stokely might be unconscious.
Gage still not going for a pin, though.
No, couldn't get him
up for a joke breaker. Oh, and instead, going for both eyes. And now trying to get Nick Gage up on his shoulders. Oh, and going low.
And it's all legal.
And taking him down with the DDT. No way. One. Oh, not even a 2 count. A low blow and a DDT.
And talk about a reality check for Stokely Hathaway. He was feeling good about himself, but only for a second.
I mean, the ego on this guy to think that he could truly stand toe-to-toe with Nick Gage is outrageous.
And is Stokely taunting him right now? I knew Stokely Hathaway was a little crazy, but he might be the craziest person I've ever met if he's taunting Nick Gage.
If not, Nick Gage might be, and Stokely doesn't want to be in a ring with him right now. Oh, Stokely looking for a drop kick, nothing but buckle. Stokely might have just taken himself out right there.
Oh boy.
Oh!
Choke, breaker. Find a body bag, DC, because this one is over.
And not going for the pin again, though. Oh!
I think Stokely Hathaway, he might retire after this.
Retire? He might need to be, his family might be need to figure out what they want to say in his headstone.
Oh boy.
Oh! Nick Gage is dropping him headfirst on that top buckle.
He's calling for one more?
Stokely's out.
I mean, I don't like Stokely, don't get me wrong, but even I'm having a little sympathy for him here.
And now Gage trying to pull him to the floor. Oh! And onto the apron now. There's nothing the official can do. This is no disqualification.
I can't even believe Stokely's moving at all.
I don't like the guy, but we could have a serious situation on our hands. Oh, Nick Gage still not done.
Oh boy.
Oh shit! Who the hell is this? Look at the size of this guy! A no disqualification match. And hard to tell from my vantage point. But Nick Gage is taking the fight to this behemoth. Oh, and just a boot sending Gage into the ropes.
Holy hell.
Looking for a choke slam of his own.
My spine rattled after that.
Oh, no, wait a minute. I know who that is. Oh, that's Thomas Sharp. What is Thomas Sharp doing here? On behalf of Stokely Hathaway, of all people.
You would have to think in a situation like this, Stokely had something in his back pocket.
And calling Stokely Hathaway to get back up to his feet. How can this guy even stand right now? Oh, and add an insult to injury. Give me a break. And now dragging Stokely on top. And forcing the official to count the pin. That's a load of bullshit.
Here are your winners, Jonathan Gresham and Stokely Hathaway.
Slice it any way you want to, DC, but Stokely Hathaway just pinned Nick Gage.
And look at the face of Stokely Hathaway. If I'm Stokely Hathaway, I'm changing my name and going into hiding.
Well, if we thought his ego was huge already, I think after this win, it might go through the stratosphere.
Thomas Sharp, Faye Jackson, and Stokely Hathaway representing the Dream Team, leaving ringside. And the one-finger salute from Stokely Hathaway.